All right, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. What's going on? Let's get right to it. Let's just do a quick overview here. And also, just want to give quickly, let's give away 30-day trial. Next person to type in HPC at just HPC. First one, HPC. You'll win the 30-day first license giveaway of today. And what we're going to do is give away one or two more. And then we'll give away a 60-day at the end. Great to see everybody. Listen, couple things before I get too much further. Hey, Kathos, you are the winner. First 30-day. We're going to do things a little bit differently. Kathos, you need to send me an email to harmonictrader@gmail.com. Want to let you guys know, Wednesday, December 4th, 12 Eastern, this is roughly our time. We're going to do a special Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever you want to call it, webinar that's going to go through the software exclusively. Okay, that will be on a GoToMeeting and will only be available and sent. Those instructions will be sent to all HPC trial users and subscribers. So you want to get that by sending your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. That way you guys can attend the live session. We're going to go through the setup, how to use it, how to think about it, and we'll look at some opportunities. That's great to see everybody. What's going on, chat? Dureska, you got set up. Awesome. Yes, happy Thanksgiving is right. Alec, Louisiana, what's going on? Yes. Get that. Get that. Just send your TradingView username. 2 weeks. And all the winners today, if you get the 30-day trial, you get the 30-day gold membership. Got a lot of people coming into that. But email me. Okay, our first winner already was Kathos. We'll give away a few more. Let the rest of you guys get in, get ready. Anyone eating any turkey yet? I don't think so. A little bit early. I'm looking forward to it. My favorite eating holiday by far. Also, got to let everybody know, listen, Black Friday special. We'll run that into next week. So you got about one more week. Check that out here. Okay, it's the Black Friday special. Get that. I'll put that in the I'll put that in the chat right there. Okay, get with that. Also, guys, let me know what you want to look at today. We obviously want to do the catch up on Bitcoin. What's going on there? Let's start there and let a few more people come on in, settle in, grab a beer. Yeah, you can drink that early. Not a problem to start drinking a beer right now. It is beer 30, no matter where you are. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's do a recap for the month. I mean, so much has happened. What an eventful November, right? There's Halloween. Halloween was 70K. And had a little dip down right before the election, 68, never looked back. Why was that? It was because of the weekly. But right now, daily we're containing the action. That's it. Awesome. Kathos, thank you. Kathos, it might take an hour, but welcome aboard. Also, Kathos, you have to email me, harmonictrader@gmail. I'll set you up with the gold Discord so that we do both. It's not just a 30-day trial. It's gold membership and TradingView 30 days. And you guys, all the winners can get the Black Friday special at the end of the 30-day trial, okay? Bud, what's up? Still on the coffee? Come on, we can mix a little beer in with that. It's not a problem. You are allowed. Today is the day. Here's our situation. We are currently just sideways in this zone. It's a 90K to 100K situation. Terminal bar on this crab pattern. That's containing it. But the big deal that we want to watch, and definitely one of the things we'll talk about on Wednesday, is HSI and amplified, but how HSI can really dictate where pattern opportunities exist. Right now, we got just shy of the oversold in the same way we did right before the election. Interesting stuff. The other thing to take note of that's going on is we are producing a pretty nice steady uptrend. Okay, that uptrend with what's going on with these lows here on HSI, that's the kind of situation where the larger trend is continuing. Let me make that a little more visual. And every higher low is important, much like what we have in our amplified reading. One of the things that we've talked about in the past is how to read these large not impulsive but complex readings on amplified RSI. Why? Because when you expand in that overbought area, that's strength, folks. That's not any sign of a top or anything. What needs to happen is come down to the 50, which we've already done. And I would say this little corrective pause is trying to find a low where we can continue and go much higher. Yeah, I'd like to see it correct down too. What's up, Greg? Welcome back. Greg's saying he wants to see it correct a little bit, get a little bearish divergence across the RSI and MACD. I don't look too much at MACD, although I do respect it tremendously. We're in this zone. It's a pause. And it doesn't have to be straight up, guys, but certainly whatever the next oversold reading is probably going to be the one that sends it. And we need to kind of get a picture of the monthly chart, the weekly chart, because we're about to finish the month. And that's our larger zone. The beautiful thing here is that this is taking up time. And so the 30-day window, put it to the right, puts it like right there, December 11. Doesn't have to take 30 days, but we know by the picture what's going on here. It's a sideways to higher grind within that bearish zone. Give us the signal that will then send it for the failure. Very unlikely this becomes a type 1. Maybe what we do is we come down into the zone somewhere around like this, and then in the next week we just start to go sideways higher and then break out, because once we take out these highs there's nothing left and it's a full-on type 1 failure. Black Friday correction, asks Kate. I don't think so. I mean, this is just sideways consolidation. That's what the pause, the harmonic pause, is all about. And look at the 4-hour chart. Nothing here. At this point in the game, we've got to look at, say, even the hourly. Like, give me some kind of structure. Give me some signals. Oh, there it is. Hourly chart. Folks, this is why you get the software. You're not going to be able to draw this kind of stuff. You want to be on the click and go. And I would say that the 2025 trade starts tonight. What does that mean? It means that what we're going to do for 2025 begins after today, after the Thanksgiving holiday. I would say as soon as you finish your turkey, we need to start thinking about what's to come in 2025. 2024 is over, in my opinion. So break it down on the hourly. Every little fluctuation, every little setup is exactly the trigger you want to see. We're not going to get big pullbacks. That was for the summer. That was this fall. On the hourly Bitcoin, if we were to even get back to 92, that's a monster type 2 on the shark against this larger zone. You have a few things like 99, 98, 780 was this little crab going into there. But this is the type of phenomenon you're going to find where over and over again you're going to continue to print bullish patterns. That's the phenomenon of the patterns being a signpost of price action, even at these high levels. You go up, you have a reaction off of a bearish pattern, and then we have the type 1, type 2, and then after that we send it. I do like that setup though. Absolutely. What's up, Cactus? Leo in the house. Greg wants to look at some miners. Iron was up 30% yesterday. Sheesh. Yeah, I think a lot of them, the miners, I saw Mara was up big. That's probably all part of the second wave. What's up, Chargers? Welcome to the show. Definitely. For everybody coming in just now, listen, get the Black Friday special here. You got to use the coupon code Black Friday. But here's the thing I wanted to tell everybody about that's coming in now, a little bit late. Wednesday, we're going to do a Black Friday Cyber Monday webinar, December 4th, 12 Eastern. You will be sent the login instructions. It's going to be on a GoToMeeting. Okay, if you have any questions, you can email me at harmonictrader@gmail. Let's give away a 30-day license. First person to type in HPC wins the next 30-day license for Harmonic Trader Gold membership and 30-day Trading View HPC SR-Analyst. Actually, and if you want to try one of the other platforms, MetaTrader, eSignal, NinjaTrader, Sierra Charts, that's included too. But get that. And then at the end of the session, we will give away a 60-day. KSP, you are the next winner. KSP. You have to email me at harmonictrader@gmail, okay? To get set up. Also, I'd appreciate if you send your Discord information. We can get you onto that premium thread. But get all there. Remember, here's the Black Friday discount. Input coupon code. 30% off. We only do it this time of year. It's for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff. Let's get back to some charts. So Bitcoin, yeah, look, nice move yesterday off of 91. It's really all about that shark pattern going forward. Let's see how that shapes up. Hey, we got to talk about Ethereum. The low T. Soy boy. Crypto. Finally doing some things. Is this the first move? Okay, because this did break out of our downtrend. And that's what that looks like. And we'll highlight this exact return move. There's a first thrust, kids. Now, this was the move we were talking about. And we were looking for right into the election. We had a nice bat pattern. It did the type 1. And now, check it out. On that return move, this is going to be one of the strategies we're going to line up for a lot of crypto where they go through for the retest and explode through. I'm still saying this has got some work to do, but so far so good. Probably better even on the weekly chart. And I think Ethereum in the end here will have, we're going to break out, obviously. The whole crypto thing is not going to leave without this. But I still like things like Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is now above 30. We were just 18. Folks, the target has always been 54 on Ethereum Classic. And not to mention, this is one of the nicest back-to-back pattern formations of all of crypto on your weekly chart. So minimum 54. It's a type 2 off that butterfly. Definitely. Hey, Ian Carthago, you are in the house. I'm glad you finally got with the software. I thought you had the software a long time ago. And I got to say, anybody that's in here that doesn't have the software, guys, this is the time. Really, just get the trial, and you will get the invite to the webinar on Wednesday. Okay, really important. A lot of people are telling me, well, I'm brand new. I want to check things out. Listen, the software is going to teach you and accelerate your learning as much as showing you opportunities. There's a couple of advanced strategies that I'll show, but send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. I'm going to pound that into you because I think why we're all here is to learn the harmonic pattern framework. If you're doing other strategies, and I hear this a lot, that people are integrating what they already know within the harmonic pattern levels. And then the pattern and the software themselves, it gives you a uniform way to identify opportunities. You can connect the dots. You can learn the details of why something's a butterfly versus a bat pattern, but you need a uniform way to measure it all. Ethereum Classic, look, if you're not in it, we'll wait for another pullback, but boy, this thing is just getting started. And the other one that probably even more surprising was Ethereum name server. Looks like this. That one's really blasting off here. Looks like this. Okay, against the weekly time frame, that's a beautiful weekly chart. Daily, you had some patterns down here. Big bat pattern. Where's my bat pattern? Right here. I had one at like 15 bucks. Where'd you go? Don't chase it. I'm not saying it's a buy right now. Let me go back to the weekly. I thought I had. Where are the patterns here? I thought I had them on ENS as well. I'll stick with Ethereum Classic, guys. Look, this is the kind of situation, ideal situation, you're looking for. We want patterns looking left. This is an extension pattern with the butterfly doing the 1-2. There's a multi-year base, then you do a retracement, especially with the pattern to define the higher low. And now we can start to do things. I think that's in a great position. Yes, day of rest and eating. That's right, babyface. Welcome. Haven't seen you around. What's going on? Let's talk about Solana. Making progress. Look, we tried to poke above that all-time high at 255. It's just a kickback. Break it down to the hourly chart, right? At this point, we want to be looking for stuff like this. Hourly, there's some oversold dots. It's a little bit further than I'd like to see it. But what you're looking for, 10%, 20% pullback before you make the run to all-time new highs. Target on Solana is still 330. Yeah, look, there's beautiful. Here's another great situation. Beautiful 4-hour chart. Okay? And then we had the type 1, type 2. There's a type 1 down to T1 dollar sign. And now can we do the return move where 226 should take us back not only through the zone, but take us to new highs. That's a nice setup. Yeah, I like that a lot. Solana's no doubt. I mean, look, we already did the full price recovery, okay? Remember all of this? I mean, Solana at $10. Now you're $250. Well done. And here's how we would line it up. I mean, it's if you're going to connect the dots, which is not a bad idea. This is Coinbase feed on the monthly chart, guys. The monthly chart, XABCD, lines you up. It's more like the 1618. That would be our minimum, our maximum price discovery objective at about 400. But I'll stick with the 127 level as a minimum. That's like 320, 325, something like that. So we're still got a ways to go. And if you're looking at that chart, let's say you didn't know anything about harmonic patterns, you'd have to say that this is by far a trend continuation breakout. You've managed to crack the all-time highs. I would have loved to seen a close above that on the monthly chart. But so be it. We know the levels. Take a look at total index. Total index, I think, is now going to really accelerate. Look at that, 3.22 trillion, guys. And what do we want to see is a blast off. We definitely want to close above 3 trillion. We've got today. We got tomorrow. We've got Saturday. And then that's it. We're going to be in the new month. So the next 48 hours, absolutely critical. We want to stay strong here because we want to see December be that follow-through move. So anywhere 3 trillion, whatever, is fine. And this kind of move also sets it up where you've got the 1618 at 4.4 trillion. But what I'm trying to gauge here are maximum extreme targets where we go 2618 to 314. Remember, 2618 is like 6 trillion, 6.7 trillion. 314, I love that number. What a harmonic number. Pi projection on total market cap gets you to like 8 trillion. And that's, a double across the board on this next level, next wave. That's not right. Let me get the accurate. It's like there. It was like a 45% pullback. Doesn't seem like much, but the reason why I say this is because we are in this window, this 4 to 6 month window, where once we break out, we continue the move. And you can go back to prior cycles. The 2020 cycle, listen, once we broke out above that prior all-time high, which was, yeah, on total crypto, that was a little bit later. It was January of 21. You topped out basically November. I guess that's why people are saying this thing's going to run all year. I'm not of that opinion. I really think we've got this window now, and we can be looking at that for the next 5 6 months, where it gets you to like, I would say June, May, June is the bulk of gains are going to come in there. So each monthly close is critical, and I want to see a big candle this month, a big candle next month, and you do this kind of a thing. Look at the last cycle. We talked about this. Okay, the bulk of the moves, the serial move after the breakout. I would equate it like November is like this candle there. It was January 21. So 1, 2, 3-ish, 3, 4 months up, and with it before some kind of red candle comes in. But all of that points to the fact that Q1 is where you want to be. So we're looking for this to be an aggressive follow-through move. I think a lot of announcements are going to come. You're going to get a lot of speculative news that's going to come out where I think, that favors just straight up from here. Let's get at least to the 4 billion mark. Here's the other crypto index I have cited for a while, which is Total 3. That's everything but the top 10. No, sorry. We want to go to the others index in a second. But take out Bitcoin and Ethereum. And how do you get the rest of it to move? It's like this. So what are we retracing at the moment? The target 2 off of the bat pattern. Target 2 on that bat pattern forever has been the defining larger crypto market signal. And we bottomed in August, but you spent 2-3 months trying to build and get out of there. So pausing at the 850 billion mark, not a surprise, but what I want to see is at just like a 1-bar pause. Maybe we pause this week and then we continue higher. Take a look at HSI. Okay, HSI, let me blow this up. HSI, Harmonic Strength Index, is showing us now that we're hitting it on this week. We want to be doing stuff like what we've seen the last 2 times we've been up here. That we hit the red line and then we continue higher for several weeks. How do we do it? Is we do it in a straight up fashion. There is no pausing really from this point. Let me show you this. If you go back the last couple of times we've been here where we hit the overbought, okay, that was only a starting point. Same with amplified. That continued higher. I like what's going on where our amplified RSI level is in the overbought, staying there, hasn't reversed out. So this is where we can continue to tick up week over week. Pattern of higher highs, higher lows. And we saw it even back here. You go back to February, we get into several more weeks, at least 4 more weeks of continuation. Yeah. So that sets up for the larger crypto complex to really get moving. Sure. Let's take a look at some stuff. What's up, Roel? Boss wants to look at FET, and so do I. A lot of people really didn't. They're kind of ignoring Nvidia. I'll talk about Nvidia in a second, but FET at 160. But look at that chart. You're on the verge of some massive recovery here. This larger BAM, bad action magnet move phenomenon, now 160. I like that. And check out the pattern since that pattern. Doesn't look like we're going to get back on a type 2. I would think 176 to 240 now. Now, you're not coming back. They had that one off. They had that announcement where they were going to merge with PAL AI, which PAL, we were watching that about 2 weeks ago. As that was happening, that's probably ready to bust too. Yeah, 19. Here's PAL. We need it on a better, longer time frame. PAL AI, crypto.com. There you go. I like PAL AI right where it is. I mean, it got as low as 10 cents. You're 19, but check out the dynamics. Beautiful bat pattern down there. That's at 18 cents. So that would be okay. Even if it retraced only a penny, that's still a valid entry. And the beautiful thing is, it was preceded by a Gartley that tanked it at 35 cents. Now we send it back probably to 35 as we're talking. Target 1 is more like 42. I like that. Yeah, well, a bunch of them are running. Remember AIOZ. Okay, and again, here's pattern dynamics coming into play where AIOZ, like this. Okay, look at all the patterns AIOZ had. This is why something like Ethereum Classic, when you have clear patterns just lining it up and it starts to move, has greater potential than just some random chart. AIOZ, like Total 3, hitting target 2. But it's just a pause. Above 82, above 85, then you got to kick out the time frame. And look at the weekly. This is massive continuation potential. Massive. Like I really, for the cycle, AIOZ, and it's in our portfolio of our crypto thing that we've done, and I know a lot of people jumped on it. Look, you're looking for a 1618 up to like 150, 155 from 76. Couple more. What's up, Daniel? Wants to look at AVAX. Daniel, I think you were set up. Let me know if there's any issues, but everything should be good. Avalanche is massive recovery situation. We had weekly oversold, okay, and it's just coming out of this larger, we had a few patterns, type 2, bullish patterns at 22, and now what's going on with Avalanche? Pushing out a crab pattern. And I want to tell you why this is a good thing. If we get the retracement that I think we will, look, Avalanche, you want that to come in. $34. And then that would be the last retracement. And then you send it for the return move where you get it all the way back to retest. You have clear patterns back at 65 or more. But look for Avalanche to come in a little bit here and now. But I like the setup because if we get that pullback, that sets up the return move. And that has been one of the best acceleration kind of harmonic pattern combination moves we have seen all cycle long. What's going on, chat? Phil's in the house, wants to look at Scale, which is moving today. Theta, you got it. Saint of Last Resorts, hey, what's happening? David wants to look at Filecoin. We'll do that in a second. What's going on, Paris? Are you playing golf today? Don't you always play golf on Thanksgiving? I would. What's up, Castle made of sand? Happy holidays to you too. I guess it begins, right? The holidays are here. Uh, you want me to comment on that continuation post for crypto? Yeah, we just looked at. Yeah, I posted on there. I said that in the beginning when we came in today that I truly believe the 2025 trade begins as soon as you're done your turkey today. You need to start thinking about 2025. 2025 is going to be ripping. And so, crypto cycle, financial markets, everything, that trade, I think the trade already started. I think it started last week. Appreciate you, Paris. Thank you, man. You got it. Let's look at a couple of those others. Let's look at scale. Scale is starting to move. It was 3 cents. Now it's 7 cents. But here's another one, guys. Look at the pattern. Again, massive daily pattern. Took a while to go sideways since July, but now you're hitting target one. Target one will be official by tonight at 7.4 cents. But are we doing something larger? Because if you go to scale and you see this kind of situation, that looks like, go off the 2020 cycle. Scale's former high was, what was that? It was over $1. Can this do bigger things? Of course. For right now, probably a pause at 7.4, around 8. But this is another massive recovery candidate. What's the 4-hour look like? Anything there? Not yet. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so here's the scale deal. I'm not somebody that will jump into it, but let's use the bearish pattern. Oh, it did it. Look, it did the type 1 down to 5.7. Now it's blowing through. I'm going to have to set that aside. We're just going to wait on that one. I like these recovery setups with massive patterns. They're coming to fruition. Sure, SEI for Zamos. SEI, another one, another daily. Remember that? We got some patterns up here looking left. Look, that was a perfect type 2 back in August of 25. Now you're 64. But use the bearish pattern. So if you see the bearish pattern, just respect it. What you're looking for, let it do the reaction off of that. Maybe back, I don't know, can we get to 41? 41 are the next oversold because look, 1 oversold dot, 2 oversold dot. Those are HSI dots. Every one of them has led to higher eventualities. But with SEI, okay, this is a crypto price discovery candidate because we had a nice sizable pre-cycle move, came all the way back 25 cents. And again, you're looking for this to do a 1618 like this. And that's like what, 170? Can't even fit it on the chart. But I like that. Yeah, it's 170. I knew that. Absolutely. A lot of these are waking up. What's that one that's waking up? Crypto Conan. Crypto Conan, what's up? Welcome to the show. A0. A0 is like this. It sure is. Look at that. Yeah, a lot of these are. And God, look at these patterns. Look at these patterns looking left. 27. Now you're above the hop. I'd still have to say with this one, yeah, I'm not going to chase anything like that. I'm simply not. I'll wait for that to come back in. But maybe the larger realization is that this is a first thrust move. And once we clear out these daily levels, we can do something like a larger resumption and start to challenge prior cycle levels. And this is the same way with all of them. You take your prior range and then just lay out the 382, the 886, 618. It's like that. So A0, 382 range is, it's like 80 cents. But I would wait for a pullback. Yeah, they're looking good, guys. I mean, pretty much anything. Here's something I don't think someone mentioned earlier, Filecoin. File USD. We talked about that last time. It's starting to move. And you have patterns looking left. I mean, look at this sucker. The weekly. Look at that beautiful weekly. And not to mention, look, hit target 1 automatically. This is why you get the software. So can we get a pullback? I don't think we'll get to 377. I will certainly keep my eye on Filecoin. Maybe break it down to the daily chart. There's your daily. And oh, check it out. So Filecoin's got this really nice crab pattern. I would love to see it come back to like 512. And so whoever mentioned that to me, please bring this up this coming week of sessions. 512. That's beautiful, because this is obviously a first thrust, come back down, and then we should take it off and break out. You know, the other one is ICP. Okay, ICP, same thing. Patterns looking left, absolutely sweet. Look at the bat. Bat to Gartley, and it did its first move. Now come back down to like 9. And it'll come to 9, and then we'll take off. Yeah, I like those. Definitely. ICP's like, it's another one of these that is been around forever. And I just, it will have its day. Hold on. What happened to me? Hold on. Okay, great. How about, yeah, well, here's another one before I get to your dog with hat. I like helium, guys. And look at helium. Pattern looking left. This one's even better. Probably a lot of you aren't looking at helium. HNT. Okay, did the pattern. Bat pattern. Surge to deep crab on the first thrust. Now check it out. What do we have there? Look at that beautiful ABCD right off the top. Okay, that's a beautiful potential continuation. You're 660 at the moment. The hop level was 580, 570. Target 1640. Build your zone out. I like helium. I think this is exactly the kind of situation where helium has done the first thrust move, and now you're looking for that thing to set up and launch up to the 9 to 10 level, if not more. Really sweet. Again, a lot of these are just starting to move. That's another one. And then you go to the weekly here. Yeah, look, weekly's a nice continuation candidate. While we're in the H's, you got to look at H bar. So H bar just ripping it. There's your weekly. We need a better data feed. There you go. So H bar was one of these high flyer last time. Okay, and it went to 60 cents. And it's really blasting off. It's H bar, Cardano, and some of these others have made me rethink the bottom dwellers. Like, are they ever going to get off those cemetery lows? And H bar is going to probably really do things above 16. You see the crab pattern here. I mean, there's a lot of prior patterns that you can base trades off of. It's like this. Look here. The return move, we already hit the hop at 16. Incredible. But it's above 16. If you want to fat finger that, let it break above with a close above 16. I think it's the fact that these are persistent. They continue to hold these higher highs. That's super strength, guys. Normally, if that was going to be an impulsive move, it would have been straight down. Couple more. What's up? David's Wallet's asking, would I rotate to some meme coin profits into low floaters like Scale? Well, scales doubled in the last week, but probably. Although some of those meme coins are setting up. I'll get to those in a second. There's just look. There's so many things here. So many things. Um, yeah, here's Dog with Hat. Speaking of meme coins, they had the big surge. They were the early movers, guys. Okay, Dog with Hat, and that's already up a 4x from the low of the year. But we need to get oversold. Nothing there yet on the Dog with Hat crew. What about the 4-hour chart? Yeah, crab pattern. Maybe it's like 280. Currently 306 because we have a target down here. I would look at that. Yeah, you got to get with the software. That would be that's my for especially for these meme coins because they're just flowing on money as money flows into here. That's what's moving them. It looks like people are taking profits despite what Murad's saying. I mean, that was amazing up at 480, come all the way back down. Uh, yeah, I mean, listen, you always want to rotate meme coin profits because they're going to have this kind of action. They'll be straight up and then a grind down and set up again. You see others that are, doing things that are a little bit different, like H bar's holding its head. Before I have to get any further, I want to point out notable patterns. Celestia is another one, guys. We've got a big crab pattern on the 4-hour. I like that. That's our friend on the daily too. Okay, but check it out. That's a first thrust move. And when you go back and look at the prior history here, massive shark. Celestia is a target one at 1250 minimum. But here again, we can use the pattern. Look, use the bearish pattern. This is another one. I'm lining up a bunch of these kind of candidates where you've got back-to-back patterns. Let the bearish reaction come down. That's like 685. It's 826 at the moment. It's tough to think that any of these will ever correct at this point, but they do. They will. And then we go and blast off. That's the setup I want to be using for all of the next series of long positions. And the only way to do that is let the software generate your setup. So again, get the HPC trial. It's 2 weeks. Send your username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. And let's give away another 30-day trial to the gold in the software. Type in HPC and you will win. Also, Black Friday webinar this Wednesday, December 4th. It's invite only. You must be a trial member or subscriber. Okay? Trial member or subscriber or owner. Darwin, you win the HPC and 30-day trial and get the gold access. You have to email me at harmonictrader@gmail, Darwin. Congratulations. We'll give away a 60-day gold membership and trial to the software, and that also entitles you to be able to buy the discounted price at the end of that trial. Come to the webinar on Wednesday. Get the Black Friday special. Just input the coupon code. And we also have the full package. So if you want to get TradingView and like Ninja and MetaTrader, that's really more for serious traders. Like if you're running multiple platforms. I'm running like 3 platforms myself. You get that option too. All right, let's get back to a couple more of these. SUI looks like this. SUI USD. That's another one that's been holding up quite nicely. SUI up at 350. But remember, that had big patterns looking left. And this one's going price discovery big time already. I can't chase that. I can't. The only way out you'd have to break that down is you'd have to go on a 4-hour oversold reading or pattern or even hourly, and you're assuming that it just continues. I like what's going on here. Look, there's a bat pattern on the hourly type 2 around 316. Another oversold reading. So this could be on a stair step. I would, if we could get back to 330, that's probably your entry for the move eventually to all-time new highs again. Like this goes to $4, sure, from current levels. But this is what I'm talking about. When something spikes like that, just don't fat finger it. Let it have a digestion phase and then go again. XLM, I know a lot of people are into that. I'm still into that. And I talk about, holding its head. So XLM, what can we expect here? All right, 47.6. Here we go again. How do we know if something's going to continue? It's going to do things like this. Hold firm, do a big move, have a retracement, hold firm, and then produce some oversold signals at a high level. Look, higher lows, higher lows. This thing is coiling up. It's like Cardano. It's like Solana. It's like a lot of these. I'm of the opinion now that this goes to new highs into a price discovery. So you're there with this big wedge, okay? Daily. Look, I know it's 6x off the low when we first got it from low to high. It was it was almost 7x. We scooped that off the 7x. But here is, you got to get perspective. Okay? It's like this. We're trying to not only bust all your extensions here, and the next stop is 886. Okay, so we're pausing here, that's fine. 886, that's 72 cents. It's like right there, 75. But the larger situation, guys, is, look, take out these prior highs and let's trace it out. Gensler's gone. Okay, I think that's worth at least what you've seen. That's playing catch-up mode. The uncertainty of not getting Gensler out was the only thing holding this down in XRP. And so now, look, we connect dots. This goes to price discovery, which I think you're not far away. You get to 72 cents, okay, and then to take it out, you got something like this. We could almost say it's either a butterfly 127, and I think that would be a mild projection where you go to 120. All right, that's not a big deal. I think 120 after a base like that, or let's go 1618. These are valid possibilities. Right now, 1618 is like 150, and I'm still long that tremendously. And then here's XRP. XRP, same situation. Probably better known, but now XLM is on everybody's radar. Look at these patterns. Okay, when I say patterns looking left, this is what I mean. And it's going to be important because when you got patterns looking left, you've got something to measure off of. And so we're already trying to take out target 2 in extreme fashion. Can we go price discovery off of this pattern? And I think we can. I think, XRP, sure, a little bit of a pause, but there's no retracement. Very little. So 1618, XRP is like $3. Think of this as the Gensler premium. Just catching up. This thing has not done anything in 4 years because of artificial suppression. And their technology and their progress has only continued. So where does this go? In the short term, 886. 886 is around 180, 185 on XRP. We got to 160 recently. I'm thinking that this happens now, where XRP continues. Should you add more now on XRP? Well, check out what's going on. Check out the patterns. What's up, Vegas? Vegas is asking, what do we do now? Do we add more? Check out what happened. XRP has ideal bearish patterns, but check it out. It did exactly what we want to see. Bearish reaction down, 127. That's it. We hold here, okay, and we continued back up. And what's going on now? We have another bearish pattern, but again, we're not seeing this being pushed down very hard, especially after the double, triple off the October lows. And now we have another type 1 on the bat at 143. Okay? 143 should be it. If you want to add to XRP and get to 180, it's off of this 143 level. Absolutely important. XLM's the same thing, but it's like 45 cents. So XLM, yeah. And you're looking for that same kind of situation. All of that's looking great, guys. Looking great. What's up, Jake? I know you've been pretty adamant about ZRX. What do we got here on ZRX? Blasting? ZRX? Oh, look at the hourly, man. Look, Ox Protocol, ZRX. It's up huge already. But this is exactly great one. Thank you. I don't know if you were talking the hourly time frame, but 54 cents is a beautiful continuation. What's the daily look like? Nice. Well, look at all these patterns. Look at all those patterns. Beautiful. Look, back to back. Bat to crab. And now we have a little pullback. You have something on the hourly. Where's this going to come in? Anything on the 4 hour? A little tough for me to chase it. I would prefer to see something on the oversold. Not quite there yet, but I get what you're saying. Look, we've had a few of these. Oversold here, oversold readings. We'll get another one. But they look great. While we're in the Z's, check out Zcash, guys. Zcash and Compound and Monero, all of those privacy coins are absolutely ripping. And then you look at the weekly time frames. This is what I mean about recovery, that maybe we need to start looking at these recovery possibilities. Because look, massive range of 900 was the prior cycle high from preceding 2020. The 2020 cycle high was like 350. And you got a massive base. It's not going out of business. If anything, you're flooding back into that. Yeah, I think any pullback. And we had a bunch of stuff here on the daily. You had a ton of patterns. All of that was like 20 bucks. And so now you're starting to really get it. ABCD off the low. But, okay, hey, if that could pull back, I'm looking for pullbacks like this. And we'll get them. Zcash, another one. Where, look at what they do on that first thrust. Do you have patterns looking left? You sure do. And so you got a lot of things you could base this off of. I mean, there's a ton. So many of these. There was one more I wanted to look at. Well, let's look at Link. Link is another one. Link has... So I like Link on the next pullback. Check out what's going on. Massive patterns looking left. $9 forever. Okay, 18 bucks. That was it. Can Link come back to 14? And this is the thing I'm going to be looking for the next several days. We're going to get a quick, brief reaction and expect rotation. Come back to 1460 and then launch it. And I'm not going to ever chase. Especially, look, if you're flashing a type 1 pattern, T1, and then it comes down and return move, that's your setup. That's where you can really blast off. So I like Link. Look, there's so many things there on Link that you could that will go back in time, and you'll say, yeah, why weren't we getting long off of these, like the massive Gartley at $9? And then if you look at Link prior cycle, and I'm expecting these ranges to be finally taken out, it's a recovery move to the 886, which is like $50. That's Link, and everyone says, "Oh, use case on Link." I don't know. I'm no use case expert, but sure, people talk about Link. Always have said this is the one crypto that's going to get integrated. Whatever. Harmonically, you've got the patterns. You're doing first thrust moves. It looks damn good. A couple more. Um, so okay. Cardano. Cardano's like this, holding the dollar. And Cardano is another one. Cardano's probably the one that made me start looking at these bottom dwellers differently. I was dismissive on Cardano, and Cardano's got a ways to go. It's just, where's the pullback? Is that it? Is it like a 1 week pause? Because we've taken out the prior resistance at 70, 80 cents. 80 cents now, firm support going forward. You had a lot of things here gotten annihilated. Just annihilated. Weekly or even monthly level on Cardano. First stop, we haven't hit it yet. First stop is like 130, guys. It's here. X, A, B, C, something like this. 382 range is 132, 130. 130. But larger possibilities, just plant these numbers in. It's 130 on Cardano, then it's like 165 for the 50 level, and then at full 886. I really think this 886 at 275 is a firm possibility on the cycle. About 2 months ago, I said Cardano, meh. But now you're back, and you're back because of policy changes. Here's another one. Again, I haven't entered yet, but I'm looking to take an allocation in Harmony. Harmony 1. Okay? Symbol ONE. Hasn't moved yet. Actually, I have a small position. Not a huge, but beautiful long-term base. This is one of these American crypto ideas. And look, big pattern looking left. Couple of patterns. All of that was right at $1.20. So you had your first thrust move. Here's a perfect example of a great crypto. I want to buy it now. I really do. But I'm not going to rush into it. I've wanted to buy this since 250, 2.5 cents. It's now 2.8. Break it down, say 4-hour time frame. There we have some oversold readings. That's around 220. And what's the thought here is that this first thrust is gone. That's the first thrust, and you're not coming back. I mean, you would have to play it like that to buy it at these levels. So I'm watching closely. Do we have anything on an hourly chart or even a 5-minute chart? Something. Give me something to go on. Because if we're going to be willing to chase it up at these levels, we need a couple of patterns, even on a 5-minute. I think 220 is the number. I have like $1,000 into this thing. So just to let you know, I want to take that to I really want $1 million. Why? Because if this thing's really going to go, this could be one of those that, you get out of the cemetery lows, and you look at that, on anything under 3 is probably a steal. Kind of reminds me of scale. And if you're going to recover your range, it's not a crazy idea to think that this Harmony can go back to like 886 territory. 886 puts you like 35, 34. Let's start. Let's get a little more sane. 382 level is 15, and I think that definitely can happen. Frame it out like that. 382, 886. No, not $1 million, a million coins. That's it. If I talk a million, it's a million coin. And that's only like 20K. I mean, that's a sizable position. I get it. But it doesn't take more than that. Look, peel off my zeros. You don't need 20K in a position like this. Okay, but maybe put like $500 into it or $200 if you're gonna play it on that level. But it's look, XLM. You guys know how big of a position I had there. Couple more. Yeah, Jasmine. This is another one. I think it's time. Who said that? What's up, NB? NB, why don't you have the software, man? You really need the software. Send me an email, NB. This is a great one. Look at this. Talk about recovery ranges. This is a lot like Harmony 1. And look at the pattern. Daily patterns looking left. Okay? Although this is Japanese, so you're not going to get that American sentiment, but that's okay. You had a T1 go up, back down for T2. I think 220 is the number, guys. Jasmine comes in a little bit. Don't chase it. But this could be another one where you're looking for mass recovery on these penny plays. So that was, you're down there at 2 cents. And yes, this relevant range definitely matters. We can measure high to low, from there down to like a fraction of a penny. It's a penny. It's a penny. 13. Same kind of thing as 1. Like that. And then if you're really going to moon and do a full retracement, it would be 886. Like 30. But that's how you get the 15x. But don't over allocate. That's, a couple $100. That's all you need on something like that. Couple more. Yeah, ApeCoin. I know a lot of people are talking about that. And ApeCoin is another one where I mentioned this last time. If the NFTs come back into favor, which they very well could, that's what sends this. So you're 139, and look at the recovery range. I mean, that was 28. I do like ApeCoin here. I'm look, you have pattern. Look at the big pattern. First thrust. Okay, and check out what it did. Okay, ApeCoin. Amazing. I mean, look, that was perfect. That was a perfect crab pattern. Right at the low. Goes up to T1, comes back down. I would have to wait to get anything on a 4-hour or hourly. There's the 4-hour. This thing could be raring. Okay, we have a crab pattern on the 4-hour, and it did the type 1 reaction. Yikes. Yikes. This is what I'm talking about, these return moves. Type 1 reaction down to 122. That's probably it, guys. We're going to get to 150 quickly. 155 and then take off. Because you're looking for this thing to do the move. Look, there's the weekly. Weekly oversold. Daily pattern. Yeah, I think we're going to have to look at that a bit more. Couple more. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap up crypto in a second. Let's look at GOAT. GOAT USD is one of those meme coins that I think is showing us that these things don't go straight up forever. Okay, there's GOAT. Went from 120. That has to come back in. And just because people are talking about this stuff, saying it's going to go to whatever billion, think for yourself, people. Please size up these opportunities. Like, come back in. Okay, there's GOAT on the 4-hour. So there's a bat pattern. around 73, could get as low as 60. Now, here's the classic one, and this is total garbage, but peanut. And I posted this. It finally printed some patterns. Okay, 4-hour oversold. Daily oversold. Where's peanut on the larger time frame? Hold on, MEXC. Here you go. So there's the full range. But go to the 4-hour chart. We have really nice patterns. So that went from 9 cents to $2. Crazy. And people chased it too. Now you have a setup at around 96 cents. It's $1.08 right now. But this reinforces exactly what I'm saying about waiting for your patterns to set up and hit them. Thank you, Rooster. Yeah, it almost is, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll be fine pretty soon. We're gonna give away that 60-day license here in a few minutes. Vegas wants to look at SPA USD. I mean, it's Sperax. Yikes! Look at that. A triple. Man, oh man. See, these are doing things. This is why I'm saying, look, they base forever, but okay, beautiful, man. Pattern looking left. That's one I wish I had a million of at 7/10 of a penny. So if that's doing things, then stuff like Swift, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably go time on all of the, yeah, come on. Gartley looking left. And so then here's the other one that I don't know, has this moved yet? Spell starting to move. So these are all coming out of the zone like this. So you know, stuff like Jasmy and Harmony 1 and others, they're probably going to follow like that. Yeah, Stacks is moving. Stacks is moving like the rest of them. A lot of those AI. I expect AI to get going. STX USD. Okay, but here, another back-to-back. So just because it's moving doesn't mean you have to jump on it. Wait for the retracement to 189, please. That's what we want to look for. Down to 189 and then do the return move. So many of these, guys. So many. Like here's storage. Same kind of a deal. Incredible. Down to 77, all the way back to target 2. Now we do the return move. I could be here for all day. Hunting Crypto, you're the last one, man. A arch block. ABT. There it is. And that was perfect. Look at the type 1 to October, type 2, green line goes on. Look, all of that we're going to talk about in our webinar. Yeah, I mean, it's so many of these. Incredible. Listen, get over here. Remember, Wednesday, we're going to have the HPC webinar. We'll go through more of these. We'll go through the layout, the setup, each of the tools. You got to get the free trial. So send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. You'll get the invite to the webinar. And then the Black Friday special, input the code Black Friday 30% off. All right? First person to type in Black Friday will win the 60-day license and gold membership. And if you already have the TradingView program, you'll at least get the 60-day membership to Harmonic Trader Gold. Yeah, any altcoin at this point. At this point. Babyface, you spelled it wrong. Boofu, you win. Black Friday. Sorry, man. Babyface. Black Friday goes to Boofu. It got to be right. Send me an email to harmonictrader@gmail.com, please. And you get the 60-day TradingView license and gold membership, but you have to contact me. Sorry, babyface. You'll win next time, all right? You got to spell it right. You guys are the best. Listen, everybody, have a great Thanksgiving. That's all I have for today. We'll do some more next week. We're going to have a session on Tuesday at YouTube. If you like what you're seeing, hit subscribe and like. And then Wednesday's the invite only, and then back on Thursday. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one. Happy Turkey to everyone. We'll catch you on Tuesday.